Hey guys, what is up? Nihat here with Film Comics Explained, and we are back with some more 28 Days Later. When we had left, Selena, Derek, and Clint managed to travel some distance before finding refuge in an abandoned home. Derek is very ill, and without antibiotics, he will likely die. They then found a truck down the road, but were unable to get it started until the next morning. As they got closer to their next destination, Clint noticed movement ahead and decided to stop the truck and get Derek, who was sleeping at the back. It's at this point that we saw 3 armed guys sneak up on them. We pick back up to find a shotgun in Selena's face. The armed man asks them to say something. Clint is confused. We see him mumble before saying the word something. The man then says, "Now her," and Clint asks him why and what this was. The man replies by saying, "She better say something before I lose my patience," and we see Selena's face tighten. She then leaps at the guy, disarms him, and headbutts him like a boss. She then says, "Point a shooter at me again and I'll castrate you like a goat." That good enough for you? Or do you want me to say something else? Oh man. The man tells her that he had to make sure she wasn't infected. Selena then asks him how many infected he's seen driving a car. Clint then jumps in, saying that he can see this was obviously one big misunderstanding, stating that they were all sorry. He then lets him know that his friend is wounded and needed medicine. The man tells him that they don't have much medicine or anything else, and was actually the reason they were scavenging. Clint asks them to spare whatever they can, and the man informs him that it's not his decision, insisting that they speak with the leader. He lets them know that she likely won't be happy to see them. Clint tells him that he isn't interested in making people happy, just saving his friend's life. The guy then asks Selena if he can have his rifle back, and she says no, before telling him to head to the front and help direct Clint. After some time, they pull up outside a large gated house. The man opens the gate and tells them to wait outside. Clint asks Selena what she thought, and she tells him that anyone who thinks they can scare off infected by waving a gun in their face is an idiot. Derek then wakes up asking where they were. He tells them that he can hear voices and asks if they have been rescued. We then see the man talking to a woman by the door as Clint tells Derek that the jury is still out on that one. The woman approaches the gate and tells them that they don't have anything, before asking them to move along. Clint desperately tells her that they would be happy with anything, and she responds by saying they have nothing. Her man scratches his head, suggesting perhaps they could spare something. She looks back at him disapprovingly before telling the others there was nothing they could spare. She then asks Selena to give the rifle back to Gordon and be on their way. Selena defiantly says no. She insists that if they want the rifle, they must show them what medicine they have. We see Kate's face tighten up as she says, "If that's the way you want it." Clint approaches Selena and tells the woman they are sorry and will be giving them the gun back, insisting that they were only trying to help their friend. Kate tells them that he's not their friend and there was no point in wasting medicine on someone who was going to die anyway. Selena turns to Clint and asks if he had lost his mind. Clint tells her to trust him before asking her to give the rifle back. Selena isn't happy about this, and we see her emptying the shells and walking towards the gate. She then hands Gordon his rifle back. Clint then takes the diplomatic approach and tells the woman that he understood that resources were scarce, but assures her that they are not here for food or to take all of their medicine. He tells her his name was Clint and his abrasive friend was called Selena. The woman then tells him her name was Kate. She points down the road and tells them Halkirk was 3 hours walk that way. She also lets them know that there was a chemist on the corner there. Gordon jumps in and is about to say something, but is interrupted by Kate, who says that is where they will find what they need to help their friend. She orders Gordon to head back inside. Clint thanks Kate and tells her that he appreciated her help. Kate then tells them that they wouldn't get far into Halkirk with their friend in the state he was in, suggesting that they should leave him here. Selena asks her if they could have a moment and speaks with Clint. She does not think it's a good idea to leave Derek here. Clint tells her that he doesn't trust them either, and Selena asks him why he told her to give them the gun then. It's here that Clint reveals he saw a glint in the window, which indicated that they have a sniper rifle. Selena tells him that she has the pistol, and Clint jokes, "Yeah, because what we need right now is a firefight," before saying that he thought he was supposed to be the cowboy. Clint tells her he isn't going to pass up on an opportunity to help his friend, even though he agrees something about this isn't right. He then walks up to Kate and tells her she is making sense. He lets her know that they will leave Derek there, and she tells him to leave the truck there too, as there was no point in wasting another vehicle, revealing that no one has ever come back from Halkirk. He asks her how many people she had sent there, and she replies by saying, all of them. Clint drives the car inside the gates, and Selena tells him she hopes he knows what he is doing. Clint thanks Kate and tells her that his friend's name was Derek. He asks her to tell him they will be back soon if he wakes up, but Kate does not say anything. After an hour or so, we head to Selena and Clint, who are walking to Halkirk. Selena tells him that she knew he was a Yank, but never thought he was this stupid. He asks her what else he could have done, and Selena tells him that they should have stormed the house and taken what they needed. Clint tells her that there was a rifle pointed at their heads that would have dropped them before they could do anything. She tells him that she still thinks it's a stupid idea, and Clint walks off yelling that he didn't care what she thought. He tells her that when her friends are dying, she can call the shots, before apologizing. Selena then tells him that if Derek was her friend, she would turn south toward London and never look back. Clint disagrees, stating that he didn't believe she was that callous. Selena informs him that she has done it before because she had to and was how she survived. She tells Clint that he had hired her as a guide, and if he wanted to make it to London, he better listen to her, before saying he will reach a point where he will have to learn to cut dead weight. He tells her Derek is not dead yet, and Selena agrees, saying, "No, not yet." Clint points out that she is suggesting they leave him back there, even though he had saved her life, asking if she could live with that. Selena tells him that she has had to live with worse. She then tells him to hurry up as she wanted to get there before dark. We head to the house where the men are putting Derek on the sofa. Derek asks them for water, and Gordon tells him that he will get him some. Kate says that he will do no such thing and that they were not wasting water on him. Gordon insists that they can't just leave him like that. She asks him what the man had ever done for him besides giving him a bloody nose, and Gordon tells her that they have to help him since his friends are inadvertently helping them even though they don't know it yet. The sniper then asks her if she is sure about that, suggesting that if he died, his friends would come back looking for trouble. Kate tells him that the American won't be any trouble, and he tells her he was talking about the woman that would have eaten her throat if Clint hadn't held her back. Kate then says, "Good thing you were perched on the window then." Gordon returns with water and gives it to Derek. Kate yells at him, and Gordon tells her that he is their responsibility. Kate tells him he can do what he wants, but the water would be coming out of his rations. She then speaks into her radio, asking if a Douglas was there. We hear a young voice saying, "Yes, Mum, I'm here." Kate then tells him that someone is coming his way. Clint and Selena approach the outskirts of Halkirk. Clint points out that at least they won't have trouble finding a car with keys here. Selena tells him maybe for the way back, as they don't want to attract attention going into town. Selena then stops and begins searching a car. Clint tells her that he thought she said they would only use a car for the way back, and Selena tells him that she was actually looking for a map. She finds one, and they agree that in a world of GPS, they were extremely lucky to find a car with an actual map. They have a brief philosophical discussion about reading the map of life to know which direction to go. Selena jokes, saying that Clint should burn whatever map he used to get himself into this mess. Selena then looks up and tells him that they only have an hour of daylight left, before asking if he was sure he wanted to do this. Clint tells her that Derek would do it for him, and affectionately tells her that he would also do it for her. They reach the corner, but there is no chemist to be found, just the red building Kate had described. They move closer, and Clint suggests that it could be inside. Selena tells him that it's more likely that Kate had sent them on a wild goose chase. They open the back garage door, and Selena insists that they start jumping to conclusions. Clint says, "Son of a bitch," and Selena tells him she's had enough of this. She says that they should turn back, just as a young voice calls her name. A young boy then comes up to her and asks if she was the Selena with a sick friend. Selena asks who the hell he was, and he tells her his name was Douglas, and that he was the one she came for. Clint says hello and introduces himself. Douglas lets him know that he's never met an American before. Clint jokes and says that they are a fascinating species, before asking how he knew her name. Douglas then tells them that his mum had informed him they were coming to bring him home. Selena is pissed off that they have been played. Clint tries to calm her down and says that there has still got to be a chemist around here. Douglas tells him that there is one on the other side of town, before asking if they could take him home first. He explains that they have been sending people here to look for food, and no one ever came back. His father and uncle decided to take him along with them 2 days ago, and he has since lost them. He explains that he's been hiding under the machines until his mother could find him, and has been communicating with her through radio. Selena then snatches the radio off him and yells at Kate to answer her. Douglas then slides the door down and locks it. He tells Clint that the sun is almost down and that the infected will be coming for them. He insists that they must hide. We then hear Kate asking where Douglas was. Selena asks why she had lied to them, and Kate simply asks where Douglas was again. Selena tells her he's with them and yells at her to explain why she lied. Kate then tells her it was because she didn't think they would help. Selena tells her that she was right, and Clint grabs her arm, asking what she is doing. We can hear Kate telling Selena that she wants her to bring her son back unharmed. Selena explains that they came here to find a chemist and were not leaving until they do so. Kate tells her that she doesn't want to hurt their friend, but assures her she will if she doesn't bring her son back. Selena says that she will bring him to her after they find the chemist. Clint tells Selena that they will likely kill Derek, and Selena points the machete at the boy and says, "Not as long as we have him." She asks Douglas if he wants to die. He takes a few steps back and mumbles no. Selena then tells him to do what she tells him, before saying, "Now let's go shopping." And that is the end to Volume 7 of 28 Days Later, London Calling. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and to subscribe to stay up to date on all my content. Alright guys, stay awesome. I'm Niat with Film Comics Explained. Thanks for stopping by.